Alright, are we live? Is that how all my streams are just gonna start? Me going, are we live? And then asking if we're live. And then going through this every single time. So like, yeah. Anyway. Space engineers. I was way too excited for this. Welcome to Kulinaskaroya. This is my intro, isn't it? Welcome to channel. I'm your host, which is just too game showy for me, but meh, figure it out. Anyway, I'm just gonna be playing around in Space Engineers, just in like sandbox mode, not really doing anything specific. A friend of mine wanted me to see if I still had a design that I'll say is his, although I think we did both kind of work on it together for a chunk. But it's the mining crab, because it's vaguely crab shaped. But I was working on updating and refining little bits of stuff, because that's a version that uses only sloped armor thrusters and actually tucks the gyroscopes out of the way so they're not as potentially exposed. Although, I mean, this thing's got 4 reactors that are just sort of right here. 4 seems like a lot along with the battery, but it just depends on what the actual load can need. I think when he designed this and when I was helping, we didn't really understand. Why is he so quiet? I just can't hear myself very much. Can I turn my volume up a little? Volume, which one are you? If I didn't have my keyboard slightly tucked under this riser, is that any better? Maybe. Oof. If I didn't have my keyboard tucked under this riser for the laptop, I'd be easier to work with, but then I can't see half the time. Anyway, get in, power, unhook. So like, reactors are quote unquote on. Wait, it says on, but oh yeah, they were red before because I had them off. Do I only have one? I either only have one. Oh no, yeah, it seems heavy. So I was gonna say either have only one gyroscope on, or it's also got stuff in it. No, it's not. We are unladen. Okay, it's just sluggish, which is actually is fine for a mining platform because yeah, it's not super quick. In fact, even though we've got more thrusters going forward, pushing forward than we do pushing backwards. Probably should only have 2 thrusters going forward. Yeah, we'd be slower, but look how long it takes us to stop. If you're just trying to do by reverse thrust alone. I mean, I guess the smart thing to do is you plan out your stops and you're like, okay, and boop. There we go. Well, that reminded me of a joke that would be, uh, yeah, look, this is going to take forever to stop. We're going to run into it if we're not careful, so spin around. Yeah. If anything, actually, now I think about it. So let's see, 2, 2, 4, 2, 2. This really should be probably more in the forward direction. Especially if you wanted to try to use this at any actual sort of gravity, you'd have to resist gravity. So, but so running on 4 reactors, an hour of straight, complete, just full throttle. Just how much that rattles. Okay, gyro override on. Interesting. I mean, technically, we're not using hardly any load. So really, those reactors, if we just completely turn the reactors off, which I feel like that did not do that because, oh no, it says off. Was it? Yeah, okay. It's just been forever since I've messed with this thing. Be kind of nice if they're visible, actually. Like the battery is what gives you plenty of power. You know what? Yeah. Let's actually look at making a new mining platform. Why not? Because I've been playing with the bane of my friend's existence, by the way, what I previously called the special safety ship. Where's the standard one? No, you are not a standard one. Look at that. You got the gyroscope. I've forgotten what all I've done. Here's the old special safety ship. Camera, all the thrust you need, uh, 2 gyroscopes and 2 reactors. Just a symmetry thing, like from OCD. But in general, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 6 small blocks long, 5 wide, 3 tall. The reason I say it's a bane of my friend's existence is because that little foot, whenever we would play in creative mode stuff, I would spawn one of these to do something, go fly around, whatever. And then go find a little nook that he wasn't paying attention to, park it, and then turn off all the power so that you've got no antennas or nothing showing off. And then he'd find it later. And I think on one save, he was making platforms on a moon. And I easily parked like half a dozen or more of those underneath. But so like yeah, this save started off testing at the time the new turret controller blocks. I don't know how long that's been now. And I was making combo small large grid turret things to just kind of test stuff out. I had done this a lot before without that new turret block, but the new turret block makes it so easy. And then like this doesn't even have a camera on it, so I can't exactly see what I'm doing. But like, yeah, I would do turrets kind of like even without weapons, uh, a lot because can I just control from here? Streamer blindness is real, by the way. There it is. Ooh, see, like this auto does the camera and everything. But like, I would routinely make little camera turrets that had no weapon, just a camera. so that I could like remote in and like zoop and like look at stuff. And I routinely liked to build little remote controlled ships with cameras or lights specifically, just to like while my friend, how do I get out? There we go. Would be working on stuff, like because the way the lighting works in this game, if you've got too much sunshine coming in, like okay, see how this adjusted and we can see a little better in here. But you get too much contrast, and then it's just like, okay, never mind. You're gonna have a, you know, dark pit. And actually, this is working so much better than it used to. Used to, you could not build like indoors, even a little bit. Oh, never mind. Yep. See, we're indoors. It is pitch black. And I don't know how well interior lights work. Especially, I guess. Okay, is it left click or right click? It's backwards from Minecraft. Yeah, see, look, interior light, eh. Find a control panel, find the corner light. Radius is only 2 meters. Even if we crank it to 10, boy, that is definitely something. Yeah, so like without cranking the lights way up, oh, I guess the lights don't really take any power. Yeah, no, it doesn't show any power. Okay, it's 5, still decent. Yeah, but that fall off is fast. And I know there's a setting level fall off that I'm sure might help. One is linear, 2 is quadratic, etc. Etc. It's just exponential fall off. So okay. So the way it's is it the so whatever formula it uses, 1 doesn't have an exponent, and then 2 would be, yeah, 2 would be whatever squared. Like maybe the, what is it? Is it the square cube law or is that something else? Is that gravity? Oh. Well, anyway, so yeah. But as soon as we get to where some light can be seen, stuff changes a bit. It's weird. Anyway, long-winded way of saying, one of the things I liked to build, which one's the, I feel like that one's got a bomb. Let's do one without a foot. So, let's just stand here. One of the things I've had so much fun with just playing around with is being able to, this one's needs to be updated. View, that actually is to kick me out of the camera without, oh no, the G will kick me out without doing that. Who knows? Whatever. Spotlight on off. Everything else is fine. That does this little join up too? Who? Okay. Anyway, whoop. Let's see, like, there have been times when he'd be working on something and needed more light. I'd be like, okay, here, let me do this. And is this one already set up to be like as bright as possible? Yeah, biggest. Let's do all the intensity. That's right. You could change color and stuff and like make it ominous and red. And yeah, I hit F, and I'm still in control of it actually. See, I can just hit F twice, pop out. Let's see how we got like a work light. Or also then if you want to mess with friends, big old shadow puppets. Okay, so this thing also is like a little crazy. I built a version of one of these. Is it you? That is just about as bare minimum as I could get it, and then I refined it further, and I don't see the further refine. Oh, because that's right. Space Engineer still likes to crash sometimes. No, delete, just copy. Here's the other problem though when I'm playing around like this, then I keep moving because I get cluttered, and I'm like, oh, I need to move and get better space, and yeah. But yeah, so like 2 reactors is a bit much, and especially for the special safety ship, 2 gyroscopes is unnecessary. You really only need 1, and even then, you could probably turn it down. I've got the remote block and the camera, even though you don't desperately need it for what like the idea of the special safety ship is. But that's just so if I wanted, because I don't know, really like being able to like remote control all the things. Interesting. Wait a minute. I thought when I did this the other day. Interesting. So wait, 7,000 kilograms. 7,000 kilograms. Wow. Okay. Oh, I can't turn off my jetpack. There's no gravity out here. There we go. What? 2,800 kilograms? Hold on. Did they actually? Wait. Oh yeah. Okay. So wait. Just going forward and backward isn't getting it, but try to do 2 sets does. Rolling's still a little iffy. I know my character might be a little extra 4,000 kilograms, but does that actually affect the ship? Because I know I had, for some reason, I don't know why I do. Maybe it's because I tried to pull stuff out of something. Anyway, because I know the weight doesn't affect me, but does it affect this? Oh, look at that. Much better. Rolling. Rolling is still quite slow compared to on other axis. But so see, even with 2, or even with just 1 reactor, but down to 1, we can hit the cap of power consumption. Which I think in non-creative, if you hit that cap, it like turns off sort of. I think at least the remote control, if you hit the cap, it like does a thing and you get kicked out of remote. So, and reactors would be fairly expensive, wouldn't they? I don't remember. I try not to actually do stuff with computers, power cells, construction components, steel plates. I try not to really think about survival mode much because I don't really care for survival mode. I like just being able to build and do stuff. I don't mind survival mode in the sense of like if my friend's doing it, he wants me to play, and because he just wants someone to go around and do the mining for him because he didn't want to mine. I mean, that's fine. Okay, so that's batteries. Where's reactors? I know I'm staring right at them, aren't they? Because there's a JavaScript, there's a reactor. So, computers, power cells, construction components, and steel plates. Or computers, motors, reactors. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. Okay. Reactor components, steel. So, batteries probably would be cheaper to make unless power cells are difficult to get. I wish I could look see what it takes to make them. How do you make stuff again? Production blocks. Assemblers. Assemblers, not. Oh, I didn't mute. I'm so sorry. Out of curiosity, is assembler anything already on the toolbars here? I don't think so. Will this let me look at recipes or something? Ah. Could I have done this without... Yeah, let's just check. If I just open my personal terminal. Can't do production because we're not connected to a ship. Okay. Let's see the fun thing about this. Static grid terminal. And no assembler, so I can't even look at production without the assembler being a component. Cool. Actually, I don't know why I'm like going to find a place to put it. I'm just sticking it here so I can glance at it right now. Power cells would just be iron, silicon, and nickel. Whereas reactor is iron, silver, and gravel. Silver's probably more hard to find than silicon, right? Thruster components with cobalt. That's difficult depending on your save. Like if you start on an alien planet or something. I think. I don't remember. Anyway. Yeah, so maybe batteries is a smarter way to do any of these. And we don't necessarily need the giant ones. Because let's see, giant battery. Can I not access terminal? That way I have to do that. There we go. Big battery. Maximum output's 4 megawatts. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . this doesn't have a connector, so let's just stick a battery like that. Yeah, maybe for a better bare bones version instead of a remote block at all. You just do a 200 kilowatts. So 5 of them is a megawatt. 10 of them's 2. Ugh. Okay, wait. So 5 of these is 1 megawatt. And the big battery. Why did you get so far away from me? Is what? A 2x3x3? So 18 blocks. So not even 20. So I guess, yeah, and this is 4 megawatts. So if you're going to use more than... Oh, and actually just from components too. If you're going to try to use more than 10 little batteries, which is still half the volume of this. Like, I'm not just saying that, it's the little batteries, while being an 18th of the volume of a big battery, is a 10th of the materials. So if you're going to use more than 10 little batteries, and you have the space to put this thing, this would be much better, because not only is it more affordable than a little over half of its weight, half its volume in little batteries, but it's also 4 megawatts. And the little battery is what, 200K? So 5 times 200K is 1M. So that means 20, right? If 5K is, or if, oh, I've, hold on. I confused my brain. 5 little batteries to make 1 megawatt, right? Is that what I got to? Because it's 400K. That's not right either. I've confused myself so badly. What have I done? Stop talking. Look at your numbers. And in fact, I've been needing an excuse to use my new little note-taking tools. I say that, and the old one is the one that's on top. Okay, 200K. So that means times 5 is 1 megawatt. Hello. Tankmaster just followed me. Thanks for the follow. Feel free to, say something. Stay a while. I'm currently being a little boring doing math. Sorry about that. Hi, Tankmaster. How are you today? Okay, big battery is 4 megawatts. So yeah, 20 of the little batteries is 1 big battery. I am not too bad. I am just playing around Space Engineers briefly. Couldn't figure out what else I wanted to play. And even though Space Engineers potentially is not super, might not be super exciting to some people, it was something I was wanting to play, and I figured I might as well stream it while I'm doing it. Like, why, if I'm trying to stream, why not stream whenever I can? And so yeah, I was just doing boring math. to double check that basically one of these, which is 10 times the bigger materials, like power cells at least. Uh, no, I'm not super new to space engineers. I shouldn't even word it that way. I'm not new to space engineers in any real way. Okay, according to Steam, I only have 924 hours in the game, and I would be willing to bet that I have just as much time, if not more, in Space Engineers before I got it on Steam. Like, there was a time I couldn't afford anything, and I wasn't sure about Space Engineers, and I pirated it, and me and a friend played it for so long before I actually bought it. I wish I would have just bought it sooner. So you're new to Space Engineers. What? Well, first off, I guess I'd ask if there's anything I can help you with. But also, I guess what what do you like doing at Space Engineers? Cause my big thing is doing creative most of the time, just playing around building little stuff. I know some people who do giant builds. Some people do uh, all sorts of interesting, like they build big ships to do combat PvP stuff. Uh, my one friend likes to do survival, like actual survival gameplay, and try to dig stuff and things and whatnot, which is also fun. I tend to do, yeah, little ships. I have done some bigger ships. In fact, let's see. But doop doop doop, little ships, little ships. Let's see, how big is this thing? 2.4 meg. Also, most of this parts are probably missing. Oh, I probably shouldn't try that thing. Hmm. Oh, you're still installing it. Oh, play on Xbox. My cousin plays it on Xbox, or he did a lot. I I don't know how you could do it with a controller, honestly. Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh boy, what is this missing? This is one of my sillier. Oh, I don't have any of the slope blocks. Okay, if I don't touch it, it won't fly apart into multiple things. What is this missing? This is missing. Oh, it's upside down. Whoop. This is missing just about. Can you use keyboard and mouse on Xbox? Or are you saying that? Well, you're saying you play on Xbox, so I didn't know for sure if the Xbox you could even use a keyboard and mouse on, just because I know consoles that's been a strangeness. Some consoles can support those things, some can't, and then it's also up to the games on whether they support it sometimes. But yeah, anyway, so this thing is kind of a weird looking mass of whatever. It, if you saw the thumbnail, F10 again. Oh, it's more pointy. It would have had slopes everywhere. Oh, cool. Um, but yeah, this was just meant to be hold a bunch of jump drives, make big old jumps somewhere. and then just sort of explore. It was just meant to be silly. Most of my big ships are kind of like that. I really would. Oh, I'm gonna try and paste this other ship. It is missing everything. I know there's so many blocks that I just don't have in this save. Which way around is this? That's how. Oh, that is how crazy this thing is. I don't even know which way around this is. Which way are you? At the bottom of the top. Top. Got it. Alright. Paste. Ooh. You see, I don't have the attention span to do stuff that big. Like this was difficult enough. And this is missing just about everything now. Because there used to be well, still is a door there. But like it used to be like a cover. So it was a little silly. I had like multiple. I had a sloped cover over that door, so you could open that to then get into that door. This had big gate, all the slopes, and then not only did like this side have all sorts of slopes that are missing, but this used to have all sorts of other modded blocks for. I got a bathroom over there, pool table. Don't even know how to build ships if your game is honestly, I'm just playing, just mess around by myself for now. I'm not really looking for anybody to join in. I mean, I can't really even show you much. It's not really much to say about building ships, honestly. You just sort of build stuff. If you're doing creative like I am, you just sort of throw stuff together. Boy, look at all that's missing out of this, by the way. Oh, I'm missing so many little parts out of these. Alright, let's just get rid of this thing for now. Yep. I figured the subgrids would stay. Which actually, I think these little ships aren't missing much. Oh, but the other ones went. Okay. Oh, maybe they didn't. What was that? Oh, another set of grinder welder ships. Yeah, right now I'm just looking to work on. I'm getting distracted just being me. I'm working on my little ships here. It's like battery. While I'm here, yeah, let's try single battery. Get in. Turn off the reactor. The reactor itself puts out 5. Oh, okay. I should have looked at that first, actually. Reactor. You put out 500. And it's on demand. So current output's 0 because I'm not actually using anything, sort of. Oh no, current output is 0 because this is actually putting out 25k, which is what? Nothing's moving, so it's just the antenna. And what? What else is using power? What are we using 25.05 for? if the antenna is only using 20. Huh. Anyway, so the antenna uses 20. A single reactor is 500, and that was too much for, or that wasn't enough for all my thrusters. But a combination of the reactor and the battery is just about enough for stuff. So that's 2. So a total of 700K. So maybe I could replace the maybe I could replace the reactor with 2 batteries. I mean, 3 would be more than the single reactor, but anyway. So the reactor would be a way to charge the battery, period, because the battery, if they're still using survival, you charge this. It doesn't connect to anything, so you'd have to charge using just, say, the reactor. Or, because I'm trying to keep it as small as possible, what if I got rid of the remote? If I got rid of the remote and we didn't want to use reactor power at all, I need at least 3, maybe 4 batteries if I don't use the reactor at all. So I could just sort of load this up with batteries. Be a little silly looking. Or, let's see. Okay, so 1. What am I at? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 bog. 1, 2, 3. How's that for power? I gotta remember how to get in and out of this thing. Again, trying to do 2 things is too much for it. 2 directions. I'm hitting all the buttons, by the way, because yeah, that's what you do, is you just press all the buttons as you're trying to figure out. Okay, I got 2 in every direction except, oh no, I got 2 front and back, and then for every other direction it's just 1. So I could cut this down by, I could cut down power consumption by okay, so what do you mean by how do you build a ship? Because here, well, you know what? Yeah, let's just, I'm going to delete this. How to build a ship. Let's, I guess, start from what I'm doing here. Because I'm trying to build a tiny ship. And you can easily build big ships. Same sort of principles. Place to control it from. In this case, I'm going to use cockpit. And then your basic things you need for any ship are going to be gyroscope so you can spin it. So you know what? Let's just stick a gyroscope somewhere. Yeah, I'll stick a gyroscope there. It doesn't need to be on that conveyor port, but yeah. We need power of some sort. And in fact, I'm just going to use a reactor as if I'm building my other little special safety ship. So power, and then we've got our way to turn. In fact, whoop, see, we can turn around. But we can't move yet. We can't, like, translate. To do that, we need thrust of some sort. And in this case, I'm just going to use little ion thrusters. Oh, and if you want to be able to do symmetry, you pick a block, hit M with default controls, and then you'll see a plane come up. And you can hit it a couple more times, and it'll do several different planes, both in the middle of a block and in between blocks, to like give you options on how do you want to do symmetry. In this case, I'm going to do the first one. So I'm going to left click. And now, if I hit N, I'll just hit N a couple times to get rid of, I guess I could have hit M again maybe. Oh no, yeah, you just clear off of that and then move to a item, and then you can do symmetry if you want. I'll actually go ahead and do symmetry for my left and right. So now I've got thrust left and right. I'm going to do, there's my forward thrust. I'm going to hit the right button one of these days. There's down. There's up. And there's backwards. So once you have thrust in all 6 directions, and you don't necessarily have to do all 6 directions if you don't want to, it's just, here's the easiest way to have a ship that can go at all directions. So see, now I can scoot side to side, forward, backwards, up, and down. So here's the most basic, bare minimum stuff you need for a ship to even work. And you just use your W. Actually, let me turn off dampers. W to go forward, S to go backwards, A to go left, D to go right, space to go up, C to go down, and Z is your initial dampeners. Because like you turn them off and you do thrust, then you can point other directions and it won't slow you down. And you can turn it back on to automatically stop and slow down. Oh, good to know, by the way, with only one reactor. Oh, there we go. If we get 3 things going in. So use mouse and keyboard. Your V key is what goes between first person, third person, and then if you want to look around in either view, you hold Alt and use your mouse. Because otherwise, without holding Alt, your mouse is your gyroscope controls. So yeah, you can look around by holding Alt and moving your mouse. And also, your mouse does the same as your arrow keys. It's like if you want some smoother movement, either for the ship or your camera, you can hold Alt. And like, see, I can just perfectly rotate around. And then you can just tap V a couple times to switch between the views, and it'll reset them too. So like if I'm off center here, if I hit V to switch out and V to go back, I'll be looking in the right direction again. Oh, and at least in third person, if you're holding Alt and you use your wheel on a mouse, if you have a scroll wheel on your mouse, then you can zoom way out, or I guess zoom fairly close in. But yeah, so there's a crash course on the very basics of shipbuilding. As in, what do you need just to be mobile? And once you understand what you need just to be mobile, then you can do like some of the weirdness I've done where it's like, okay, how do I like make little basic ships that can do all the stuff I need. Here I was just playing with like, oh, I could use the open seat. And it works just like having the cockpit. Or, like I did just a remote controlled drone that is just thrusters, power, remote control, and antenna, and a spotlight. I want a camera so I can see where it's going. But yeah, so I was looking at this ship my friend and I made, trying to figure out how we can make it a little bit, just a little bit better. Because I don't think it needs 4 reactors. Those are expensive. I'm only worried about expense, by the way, because he likes to play in survival. And so I guess I kind of want to figure out what might be an easier way to start. Like, how can we build a mining platform? I'm going to leave that block because the camera's on that one. Let's take these landing gear off for now. Actually, I could have just left those. Let's see, let's take that off. Are these thrusters holding anything on? Yeah, the thrusters are holding those blocks on. Okay, so got big battery. Connector. These go up to drills. Do we need the big battery? The big battery is good if we need at least 10 little batteries. But I didn't think we needed at least 10 little batteries. So if I take the battery off, and where are the converter things? Hold on. Okay, anyway. That's a big sorter. So theoretically, the question being is, do we even need this thing? If we do this, and the drills kind of worked spacing wise. Out one because let's see. If you're trying to build, by the way, you see how I'm not reaching that. If you hold Control and scroll, you can move your part away from you till eventually you're touching the thing you're working on, so you can work from a little further away if you want. So that was still sort of necessary. But if they need to be offset by 1, then they can be offset by 1. But now they don't need to be connected all the way back like that. And in fact, I'm not entirely sure why we had this path going back to the connector like that sort of came out from the side. I don't know if that would have actually... done anything. Unless we do the sorters and the ejectors like we did before. But those went away for some reason too. One second. All right. Okay. Yeah, you can use workshop ships in survival. Uh, the way that the blueprints work in survival is it won't just paste a whole ship in. You sort of have to use. Do you have to use it? I don't remember. You. Maybe not. I thought. I'm searching for holographic, and I need to search for projector. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you have to do a projector. The way it works in survival is you have to use a projector. And it's got a certain orientation. And I, for the life of me, don't remember which one's which. There's a plus. Like you can see it. See, this has got a plus sign. And that side's got a minus. So one of those is the top and one of those is forward. I think. So let me put that there. Let me try this. I'm going to do remote access so I don't have to go looking for a terminal. Projector. Go to blueprints. And like, when you're looking, if you're just trying to do, when you look for blueprints, you need to pay attention to what mods they use. In this case, I don't have hardly any mods installed right now, so I'm gonna do this one that says modless, and this is a large grid, I think. Oh no, it says, oh, there we go, large grid. And then I guess copy to clipboard. Oh, this one might not work because it's up. I think the plus sign is forward, by the way, and the minus side is top because we're sort of clipped into. We're clipped into my station, which is fine. Perfectly fine. Static grid, terminal, projector, because we're like, oh no, it is the wrong orientation. What are we gonna do? What pitch should have been the other way? No, it's not. Wait, yeah, what? You know what? Okay, let's I'm gonna look up how to do this again. Okay. Okay. Static grid, terminal. I'm now gonna actually decide to use something smaller because even though that small large grid thing I had is giant. Actually, will this work? Why not? Just copy to blueprint, I guess. Or copy to clipboard. Incorrect grid size, blueprint size must match that of the projector. Cool. So, I still want to do this on the large grid. I don't want to, like, you need to have the same size grid, right? There's a trick. And this is a fun trick to do multiple grid sizes. So, like, you do a rotor. It works with a hinge, too. Which side's the front of the rotor? Just so okay, so that's forward. Oops, I forget this is this. Okay. Anyway, so it's a large rotor with a large grid head on it. But you delete the head, go to the rotor, and now there used to be a way you had to like build a separate small head, scooch it into position, and then hit attach, and it would like, and you would hope that you got centered enough. But now you can just sit here and do, boop, add a small head, and now perfectly centered, small grid head. And now, yeah, since I wanted to do a small grid shift instead, what did I decide? That the plus is actually your front. And actually, can I like raise that rotor way up? It only goes 11 centimeters? Okay. Oh, look at that. I had a thing labeled March script because I was doing the mouse aimed rotor turrets. I don't even need to do that anymore. Cool. Blueprints. And it only does single grids, not subgrid ones. So, well, why not? Let's just do the keen ship. So maybe I'll bloop, which then disconnects us, I guess. Okay, so is the other one just the wrong orientation when it was saved? Because now, like I thought, minus is forward and the plus is top. Again, doesn't matter. because now we just need to figure out, if I go to the grid, go to the projector, let's just do vertical offset. Okay, cool. So positive offset is going down from the plus sign. So I guess the plus sign's the bottom. I'm gonna put it over there because I can see it. Okay, and then positive and negative horizontal offset is actually your side to side. So the minus sign, which is currently pointing up, is still forward. So your minus side is forward, your plus sign is down. Doesn't really have any bearing on the orientation of your blueprint, I guess. And then pitch and yaw, you just gotta play around to figure out which one's which. Okay, so wait, which one's that? Why is it that way? Hold on. How? This is the hardest part about using the projector, honestly. That's not to frighten anybody into thinking, oh, the projector is difficult to use. It's not. It's just that it's annoying. You're just like, and you're trying to. Wait a minute. Think smarter. Think smarter. I'm in creative, so I don't need to worry about a lot of stuff, like how expensive or not a remote block is, because I don't remember. But the cool thing that you can do with a remote block, even though it makes you like static and you can't move. Oh, good. You can still move your head up and down at least. I can't spin. But now that I'm controlling the station, I can find that projector. And look, I can increase all the offsets, change the roll. I think even though there's a scale option, I think you have to leave that. Like, you can build from a projector somehow. I'm pretty sure you just build it like this. But like, okay, so increase pitch. Decrease pitch. Alright, Tank Master, take it easy. This video should be up after I'm done, and I'll go put it on my YouTube, so I'll try to go through everything here, and hopefully you can watch it and see it, or next time I play, yeah. I can try going through some of this again. Alright, see you later, man. Okay, so then I'm going to do yaw, and then roll. So now, just hitting 1 through 6. Which is annoying because, you know, you'd think you could just go infinitely, but you have to actually walk back and forth. Okay, so burp. And one of these. Wait. How? Wait. Roll or pitch, yaw, roll. Pitch. Yaw, which seems to be the same as that. No, that's roll. Roll is the same as pitch. What? I just wanted to spin this, and two of them are the same. Oh. Okay, that is weird. So roll is relative to this thing. Pitch is there. What? This does not make any sense. Oof. Anyway, good enough. So, I mean, you could just start building from here if you have the materials, I'm pretty sure. Can you not? Does it have to be touching? Alright. I'm gonna need to... If I'm gonna try to educate people, or help people, I mean, educate makes it sound like I already knew what I'm talking about, and that is quite obviously not exactly the case. I already have controls open somewhere. There we go. So you all are probably still just seeing pause screen? Yeah. Oh, here. Let's actually take this off completely. Both of these. I'll put this back over there. So now I can, on the wiki, where's search? There it is. Projector. Okay. Alright, so how to use the projector. Projector requires access to any control panel and any power source. Oh yeah, that's another way you could have used it, but this is using the ship power. The little wiki was saying how you can do oh, so this is saying that, can I do a different color? Yellow for construction, why not? Okay, so the plus sign is top, and the minus sign, it's a vertical bar actually, is front. So front side, top side. So it means left, right. You know what? Let's actually just build some blocks. Just to bring it up here in the air. Boop. Alright. And I already had forgotten. And so I couldn't just weld. And I thought I could. And I know I'm not even saying what I thought I'd think and whatever. The you actually have to be touching the projector in order to build from it. Alright, so special safety chip. Copy. Disconnects this for some reason. Oh, we're disconnected, but I did actually control it, so. So projector. Increase, decrease, increase, decrease, increase, decrease, increase, decrease, increase, decrease, increase, decrease. Okay, so pitch in this case is spinning it. It's actually yawing it. Yawing it is doing pitch, and rolling it is rolling it. Whatever. Okay, so I think if I just, because see, look, some of these are getting darker, but I bring them up, then they go translucent again. So I think the way you're supposed to do it is you make sure you spawn it like a distance. Because I think then what you also learn to do, supposedly that's not the word I need. Okay, so I would actually like to scooch that back over a little. We are not centered for some reason. All right. I am pressing buttons I do not need to be pressing. No, I took my hand away somehow. Hand. Oh no. Oh, there we go. Oh, cool. Is that the same as hitting 0? It's the same as hitting 0. Cool, you hit the tilde and it... Does that not count? It's on the landing gear. Anyway, you're supposed to build these, so... It doesn't count, does it? I'm just being so pitiful. Because just trying to work the... There we go. So that's lit up. I think that means that that can be built. Yep. There we go. And see, then you can just... You build... Use the projector. You got to be touching something so that you can build the parts from it. In this case, it's creative, so it's like we have all the parts we need. So after you build your ship, and you're like, but how do I'm like permanently attached. Wrong button. Yeah, you just sawed off your little construction gantry, and there you go. And so part of the trick that people eventually do is that the blueprint would have your little extra blocks to touch the connector, to touch the projector, and then therefore it would you'd set up like an automated thing to automatic weld and put pieces in, and when it's done, it could saw off the construction bit, push the ship out, and then start building another one. So, yeah, super quick and dirty how you do blueprints and survival. Be nice if there's be nice if there's an easier way to move that projection around, but it doesn't look like there is. And I know I was using the remote block, but if I decide I want to use this projector more, I can just do this. Yeah, I can look around. I can set up all the projector controls. Yeah. And I'm pressing a million buttons, as you can see, because I'm like, I'll press that. Nope, that's the wrong button. Projector 3. On, off. There we go. How do I... Oh, I know this, hold on. Remote access. Static grid. Terminal. Gravity generator. Show on HUD. Right? Because I think show on HUD needs to be on to do that. How far does that go? Halfway through. Oof. Why is this so heavy? Am I laden down with a bunch of stuff again? No. Or was I just used to a different ship that was pressing all the wrong buttons? Oh, that's right. I was just trying to go side to side. It's only got one. Can I offset that gravity grid? Static grid. I need to rename static grid. I should have just left the typo. Huh. Asteroid base 2. What happened to 1? You don't want to know. Gravity generator. Field width, field depth, acceleration. Oh, I can't offset it? I swear that was it used to be an option that it could be offset. Like, as long as it was still within its bounds, I thought it did it, but maybe it never could. I don't know. So if I want more gravity, I mean, this doesn't even need to be that big anyway. Astro base terminal gravity generator. Yeah, if show on HUD turns off, then it turns off completely. What's the default? Default 150? 1 meter. Here, let's just do 50. Control click? Yeah, control click. 50. I don't even need to be in the boat. Okay, that goes down enough. Well, really, this gravity generator doesn't need to be in there. If it's going to be 150 in all directions, then let's put it about there-ish. Like, was that about where I wanted it? Now we got double gravity. Also, I still don't have sound. Did I break something in this game? I mean, it's not off, it's just very low. Okay. Boy, I didn't realize to turn it so completely off, apparently. Terminal. Grav. HUD. Hey, here we go, good enough. We don't need multiple gravity generators, we got plenty on that one. Okay. Yeah, once I've learned that I can remote access stuff, I use it all the time. Okay, is that the other safety ship? Oh, Bob. Okay, I'm gonna work on these later. Start taking this apart. Okay, so I put the converter on there. So now all we need is those to give little reinforced blocks. Let's switch back to yellow of some sort. Oh no, that's right. I need to be 2 out because cockpit won't fit in between. I mean, we could just do that, couldn't we? Is there a reason why we did it this way? They technically take up the same amount of space. Technically, it's a little thinner this way, so. I mean, actually, I think I. Oh, I already deleted those. Oops. Okay, let's go ahead and put a cockpit back on. So wait, that's 30, all sorts of stuff. That's you would. The big reason for doing that. How do I turn off the? Is it B? There's a way to stop it from doing that, but don't really care. More construction components. Similar computers. Less displays. No bulletproof glass, but instead interior plate. This would give you oxygen, and you. Boy, I don't know why I really hammered on oxygen that much. This would give you some options, at the very least, on how inventory goes through the whole thing. And you wouldn't have to corral stuff separately from the cockpit and other things, I think. On the other hand, let's leave it. Yeah. Or at the very least, I could do 2 more conveyor tubes. Or 1 more, honestly. I don't need to use both ports. You could even use a container here, and you could label that to be your container that your stuff goes in. So just thinking. So what if you do a big battery is... Yeah, let's just do this. So that can hold oxygen bottles and things to refill your suit when you need it. And then now I'm being silly because we don't have to do any specific orientation, but now I'm like, let's just do some sort of pattern. That way the sticker's facing out at least. Yeah. Okay. So then, again, the cockpit keeps you alive enough. You don't have to worry so much about your oxygen going out. As long as you have spare oxygen bottles in your storage. And now we're not too far from, at least front to back, about what the original mining grab was already at. So it needs to come out one and then curve. Just help if I actually had the tube for that. Which, those are a little close to the cockpit. Isn't there a way that I can display all these drills? Cannot show the drills. Sensors, field range, function, grid pivot. No. Okay, so F10. Oh, I need a new mic. Grumble, grumble. What do you? This one? Doesn't really matter. I could do the. Let's just do the vanilla. It's the same size. Yeah. Okay. So if I wouldn't have just put the batteries where I just did, this would have been fine without any extra pieces. Which is still perfectly okay, actually, because part of me cleaning out some of this is also to move where things are. I'm just spinning around all the wrong orientations because my mouse... Oh, if anybody's wondering why I'm spinning stuff so much, it's because it's attached to my mouse. My mouse, buttons on my mouse for page up, down, all that. Okay, so if we just leave those thrusters there, and if we leave the antenna, and, well, if the antenna's going to be there, tucked underneath, then let's at least be a little bit pretty about it, and have it facing downward, so like it's at least to open air. Okay. Still on the spotlight. Hello, Crowbar Zero. How are you today? Sort of. Like, I am working right now on a ship that a friend of mine had originally built for survival. Vaguely, it's this thing. This is a different version, actually. And I'm just sort of redoing it to make it a bit more survival friendly. Even though I don't actually play survival that much. I like doing mostly just sandboxy stuff. But like, we originally had 4 reactors on this thing, along with that big battery, which I think is a little overkill. So I'm just like trying to slim it down. Part of the idea is that I want this to, in general, be cheaper and easier to make in survival, as well as then still being able to be used similar to how this would have been. Ooh, making a carrier. That's quite an endeavor. I earlier I pasted in one of my old ships, or what's left of it, because it doesn't have the mods. That was sort of a carrier. Yeah, it just gets tough, especially if all those grids together. That then, if you don't remember to, oh, I turned on. I told it to show center mass, and now everything has little centers of mass. Yeah, my big problem with carriers has always been when you got different centers of masses. Not centers of masses. I'm staring at it. You have different subgrids, and if there's ships that are docked, if you don't remember to turn them off, then they work against you. I know asymmetric design it's difficult sometimes, but it's also so much fun if you can do it good. Because you kind of have to like do a weird symmetrical but not symmetrical design, you know? Because you're like, okay, I want to make sure these are different, but I also don't need it to be like super lopsided. And unless that's kind of what you're going for, like if you do like a B-wing sort of deal. Okay, so if we keep the gyroscopes tucked under where they'll be out of the way, we also don't need 4 forward thrusts. That just makes the thing into a braking nightmare. All the extra forward thrust compared to the original, like this originally just has 2 reverse thrust. That led me, because my friend, he doesn't like doing mining much, so he always sends me out to do it. So one time I was heading back, this thing's full of ore, so it's so heavy. You get going and then you can't stop. The drills are actually pretty tough. I once couldn't stop and crashed into the side of an asteroid, and the drills they clipped through the rock, so they like embedded into the rock and could not come free. Like you could turn them on, but they wouldn't drill the rock to get free. It was just stuck. Oh, neato. Well, that sounds cool. Long thruster pack on the right, carriers the center, little thruster pack that's also about where you launch stuff. Neato. That sounds fun. Sounds difficult. Okay, so do I do less thrust? I don't need all the tubes like we had before, so I could tuck in the landing gear tighter. You know what? Let's pull off ore detector and the antenna. Uh, you know what? Sure, go for it. You were nice enough to ask. Normally I don't like the idea of anybody putting links in anything, but you were nice enough to ask, so why not? Oh, I think I can fix that. Hold on. Because it stopped you from doing it. But I should have the option, don't I? Weird, wait a minute. This should let me... I'm so confused. I could have sworn, and I guess I'll look into it more. We can try again later. But I could have sworn that I had the option of when that happened. Oh, there you go, that'll work. Yeah, cool. I'll check that in a bit. Yeah, usually, maybe I changed something, but I could have sworn that when someone tried to do a link, I should be able to be like, oh yeah, let me see it. I must have accidentally changed the setting somewhere. Okay, so instead of big battery, because I don't think we need the giant one. And if it's going to charge from... Yeah, if it's going to charge from being plugged in, because that was kind of always the idea. The reactors were just there for a just in case, or if you didn't have a station set up to really charge it from very well. But I'm going to assume that if you're going to be able to make this thing, that you're going to be able to plug it into something. So we'll do little batteries. Well, how much does the little one give me again? The little one gives me 4 megawatts, I think. Or the big one, excuse me. The big one gives you 4 megawatts. And if all the reactors are off, unable to park. Well, what's your problem? Why can't I not move? Have I done something wrong? All the thrusters are off, and I haven't turned them back on. Right? Something. No. What? What is... What? Okay. Reactor's back on. Reactor's off. Why is the battery not on? This is just creative. Oh, why is the battery just off? Weird. Well, yeah, I turned the reactors off on purpose because I was just going to run off battery power to see. Like, okay. Like, I was just going to do some quick test mining. Oof, and here's the problem with only 2 thrusters in every direction. There we go. You're going to have to push the back end to brake because... Alright, this is the little hole I was digging earlier. Let's just sort of line up to what I think is level-ish. Alright, close enough to level. Oh, gyro override. Why is you all the way over on 9? Gyro override. I'm pressing all the right buttons again. I'm going to put the gyro override down here on 2. Override. Alright, facing the direction I want. And gyro's overridden, so now we don't shake as bad. Okay, like I'm just looking at power usage, just mining like this, pushing forward a little. I mean, honestly, even with one big battery, and I've only got the 1 medium container, so that medium container will fill. I think the medium container's already filled. No way, because I stopped gaining. The medium container. The drills are almost full. Has something changed? because this is an old design. Like, we've used this for a very long time. I dug into that tunnel for all of like a second or two, and already this single medium container is full. Yeah, that filled up very fast. I don't remember it being that quick. Like, look, this is so old. The little cap worn 99 there on the drills, and the cap worn 99 on the container. That's from an old script that you had to name the blocks so that the script would then like display you a message when it was getting full. And instead, I can just look at the weight, and when the weight stops going up, I know we've filled up. Oh yeah, we've. I've been playing. Yeah, I remember when we switched from DX10 to. Here's the question: Is this what is this using now? Is it still using 11? Hmm. Actually, it's another funny thing. I remember when there used to be a. Isn't there a setting somewhere where you can see what you're using and you could theoretically have changed it? Because I don't think I can do that anymore either. Wow. How long's this game been out? How long has this game been out? Hold on. I have the wiki over here on the other screen. Let's just. It's sold over 4 million copies since launch. Best indie game of 2015. It had to have been out before that. 2015? Alright, Google. Space Engineers. In all caps, because apparently I've hit the caps lock somewhere. Wikipedia. 2013, early access. Okay. Yeah, I've been playing. Uh, oh, wow. Wait. According to. Yeah, so in 2013, it joined Steam Early Access. I've been playing since at least. I say since at least then, as if I could have been playing from any time before that. Like on Steam, I have about 920 something hours on this, and I know for a fact that I'm like, why can't I move? Because the override is on. When it first hit Steam Early Access, I didn't have the money to actually buy it, so I pirated it. Not that anybody really should, but even though it's kind of wrong, I am sort of the mindset of I think it's okay to pirate something like a video game so I can try it before I buy it, because there's a lot of times where you get something and it'd be like a terrible game. You're like, oh, I'll get a refund or whatever, and sometimes that's not like easily possible. Yeah, that too. Because there's times where I'm like, oh, this looks cool, and then I'll find like either a demo or a pirate thing, and I'll go, oh, boy, I'm glad I didn't spend like whatever somebody's charging, because sometimes it's crazy. Because like, yeah. But anyway, I think I pirated it to start with, and then a few years later, maybe when it entered beta, because it was definitely long before official release. Official release apparently was 2019. uh, but yeah. So maybe when it went into beta in 2016, I actually bought it. Um, but yeah, on Steam I got 900 something hours, and I'm pretty sure that I've got to have at least that much before I got it on Steam. Okay, so if I do throw out, does it throw out everything? Or it's just going to throw out what's in here, right? I guess I need to turn it on first. I know we keep the connector off because that makes it easier to undock. Instead of unparking, you just turn it off and then you can gently scooch away. Oh, nice. Oh, look, yeah. So everything still pushes towards the connector. What about in the... But not out of the... Wait. That's interesting. Why did the connector... Oh, because the drills are pushing out of their inventory, period. That's what it is. The drills are pushing, period. Since the medium cargo container is full, drills won't push to it, but the connector's like, hey, whatever I have, I'll throw out. It's not pulling, it's just getting rid of what it's got. Got it. So then if I tell it to pull, now it's sucking out of the container and spitting it out. Right? Yeah. I wonder if in the settings that my friend uses, if he makes inventory sizes a lot bigger. Because can't you do like 5, 10, 20 times inventory sizes or something? That might be it. Okay, so for this version of the mining crab that I'm doing, I think I want to take off the connector and give us space to stick on either the connector or another medium container because I only got the one. Yeah, I think for power, I think just little batteries are plenty, especially if this dark containers if they fill up so fast. But okay, so we sort of had. Oh, actually, you know what? I just remembered. Oh, the joys of ADHD. Uh, blank drone. Go. Blank drone, as you can tell, kind of uh, based off the old mining crab architecture. But as I was playing around, so I see you can just stick on a big tool right there in the middle. Or mine and pack, which is another container and a drill. Oh, and I just realized also the blank drone has. Oh wow, it's got just as much thrust forward as backwards. Okay, that might be a bit much actually. Let's try. Blank drone Mark III. Control. You have no toolbar set up. Thing is, this only has one drill. How many gyroscopes have? 2. Why does... I have to say, the annoying thing about always trying to do stuff symmetrical is sometimes you end up with too many of something. I can't spell today. Override. And actually, as I was just about to complain that this has 2 gyroscopes when it only needs 1. No, it probably needs 2. I was thinking of the tiny, tiny ship of mine. And how it... some of its versions had 2 and it really only needs 1. Okay. Now, I would like... Do I have to do it from here? I do have to do it from here. Drill 2. Off. So, this weighs 1300 empty. Jar override. I don't think this can drill a big enough hole, though. Like, I don't think this can burrow. I think this will have to be a... like a surface miner, won't it? Here, hold on. Turn you off for a second. Oh no, that might actually be big enough. I think it's already full though. I don't know how. It might have been full before I even hopped out. Because it started at 16 and we're already at 35. I love remote controlling things. It is a tight fit. But yes. Gyro right off. Let's face that way because we're in a gravity field. And empty out all the rock. Because yeah, I've got little connectors and filters so that I could you know, I haven't tried the automation block yet. This is my first time playing in a while. I don't even remember what DLC I have. So I don't know what all. I don't have the automations DLC. I should get those. Yeah, I have like a. Wait, why is this grayed out when I can use? I mean, it's not really grayed out; it's just a dark background. And these have light backgrounds, but huh. I don't know. Those confuse me. Oh, progression. Okay, so also I have to say That spotlight placement. When it comes to having the drill on the front, that spotlight is. That spotlight's something. Okay, so note to self: on blank drone, spotlight not terribly useful, or with the drill at least. Okay, so 13K, almost 14K for weight. Let's just scoot in gently. Weirdly fluctuating between 14 and... Is the connector still on? I'm like, did I just turn that off? I didn't. Of course I didn't. Just turn it all off for now. Okay. 13 and change. Alright, Crowbar, take care. And good luck with work. Alright, so... Boy, those fill up fast. So... Medium is the biggest thing you can put on a small ship, right? Oh no, you can't put a large. Hmm. Because if I do this... Which way's got the third one? That is. That might fit. One second, everybody. Okay, I see. Emotion controller? Huh. Like, how much does this say? Cargo. No. But I can find out. Medium. 33.75. Hmm. So, as I'm eating, I'm sure it's great audio for everybody. Did I put this? Oh, yeah. I kind of want it the other way around, but that's fine. 15. Okay. That's definitely different. Different's not the word I need. Alright. I kind of want to build this. There we go. So that you can go down with the large connectors. Let's leave this open for big for expansion. She's gyroscopes, right? And will this be any better? No connector, no nothing yet. Just drills, maneuvering. Oh. Why can't I go sideways? I don't have sideways. That's why I can't go sideways. Okay. Why are you still moving? Sorry for making everybody dizzy. Okay, so sideways thrust. Where do you put sideways thrust? Because everything's all so neat and compact here. Okay. So what if I keep it back to the old... Oh, are you still connected? Not quite. just these. Okay, now we're not quite connected. Why is... Okay. Okay, so if we do that. We're still going to run. Now we're going to run the problem of how are we going to get the drills piped through. Because I can put, in fact, why did I do that? Because I had the gyroscope there. Okay, they're all now self-supporting. Only need the big connector for the the big connector. Only need the big, this thing for the big connector. But I guess small ships have small connectors. We could always figure out something specifically for those, couldn't we? I guess don't need the fancy armored ones. Don't know how much stronger they would be anyway. Okay. Still don't have left right. And the large one is a 5x5, so it won't fit between the forward thrusters as is, and I need to think about that and scoot the forward thrusters out. So yeah, would that be better? Oh no, I kind of wanted to only do. Well, either way, hold on. Why did I scoot those out? Why did I think that that's what I wanted? Oh, there we go. If I did that side to side, then the ups just have to go somewhere else. Ups and downs. I mean, they could basically do something like that. There. Up, down, left, right, front. No backwards yet. Something like that. Or, I mean, like that. Okay, so what if? Huh. I kind of want... okay, wait. Can I just take these off and not break anything? And I guess if I'm gonna do that... I might as well do that. And I could just do that or that. Okay. Actually, that is so much cleaner. And the thing is, do I just only want 4? Because I think I'm only going to do... only do... Well, first, let's go ahead then and... Large cargo container. Right. Big, little bit. Okay. So now we got big facing down, up, and back. If we want to do more than one, then we got to rotate it. So that it'd be like that if we're going to do 2. And a subsequent one, so we have the pass through. But let's try with just one. Where does that give us space for thrust? Right on those blocks. If we've got 4 forward, let's just do 2 back. Or 4 reverse, let's do 2 forward. To give us I don't mind this being lacking in forward thrust. Alright, and now we have space for things. So the question is, what sort of things? Antenna or detector. What else does it need? Well, it probably needs gyroscopes. Those would probably be very helpful. So I gotta put gyroscopes in there. Do I not have an ore detector just sitting around? I thought I did, but I don't see one. And it's not part of a group of things, unfortunately. Okay, so I kind of want to put the ore detector either like that. Or maybe if I do that and put the... Yeah, let's actually... Let's do gyroscope there there. We'll do antenna there. Or detector there. Because then also the ore detector sort of is like in a logical place. It depends. How does it detect ore? Because it's pointed in the direction of the drills, but maybe it's a all-around thing because it just sort of looks like an all-around thing. Now there's enough space also that instead of tucking the gyroscopes right there exactly, I could do filters and little connectors to do sorters to like spit out unwanted material. But don't know if I want to do that or not. It seems like it'd be a good option. There's another thought. How does this work? Okay. Because I keep thinking maybe you sort through stuff, spit out rock and stuff, so you don't take it back to base. Or will this work as is? I want to test it. Oof. May need a few more batteries for how heavy this already is. Okay, we're only at 10,000 kilograms right now. So I'm going to give these a second to sort of chew through everything, I guess. Am I already missing? Did I lose it, or did it just... Like, none of that got built. I mean, one drill still might be enough. That's cool. Oh, hey, I didn't even check. Are we full yet? Considering the drills are starting to fill up. Yeah, we're full. So, that is about one large cargo container's worth of stone. Why do... Wait. Why did I do that? Why did I do... I have confused myself greatly. And why are we not... Okay. I don't know what happened. I don't know where my brain went. Okay. Alrighty. I don't know why I'm... Not much is holding the large container on, but yeah. At this point, we could also swap the ups, downs, and the left, rights, and it would make a smoother transition. Although again, I could easily, if I wanted, like super duper double down on sideways for some reason. Alright, so I have to assume that we usually played with different inventory settings, and this save has basic. I know it's gonna make transition smoother, and then I didn't, and then I just decided, meh. Sorry, I was meant to. Oh, hey Emma. Sorry. Usually, yes, I've been reading the chat, and I've been doing pretty decent, except for right now when you messaged. I'm so sorry. So you're either Emma Mwazi or Emma Moizi. Hi, Emma. My day's not going too bad. I'm just sort of making little things in Space Engineers and then, like, getting away and then realizing, meh. So, I don't know. Just sort of going. Well, where I'm from's not quite. Well, words. I'm from out in the Midwest. It's not where I am now, but that's where I'm from. A lot of corn out there. Corn, corn, corn. Thought I heard something, but eh. What's the temperature like outside? Really? 54? Well, guess I'm not opening the window. How's the weather over there? Oh, Michigan, yeah. I don't have family in Michigan. I've got family in one of the neighboring states. In fact, how cold is it there? Oh, it's not so bad up there right now. It's about 35. Phew, a little chilly. Yeah, it's funny you asked how the weather was because I happened to check it before you typed it because I was wondering if I could open my window, get some fresh air. I have been streaming not long enough. I just started to like actually try and stream this past year-ish. Did I start doing it sometime in August, November? I don't know. I wish so much that I had been streaming and recording stuff a lot earlier. I'd love to do it professionally, yeah. Uh, that's why I'm trying to like. Whenever I think about playing something now, I'm trying to remember to stream so I can at least like get some content going and like actually have something for people to watch. And I just so wish that earlier in life I would have started recording stuff because there's so much that me and my cousins used to do, just playing video games in my grandparents' basement, that if we would have just had something to record with, we could have had all sorts of cool stuff to go up on YouTube or something. Yeah, that would actually be pretty cool. Biggest difficulty is just gonna be figuring out when to do stuff because I know it's always difficult to figure out schedules and stuff for people. Yeah. No, I don't stream daily. I'm trying to work out the kinks of a streaming schedule myself. Uh, I've been trying to do uh, at least every Monday. That's not necessarily a great time, but it's just the time I've happened to have recently. But I'm hoping to like figure out some other times. I sometimes stream sporadically in the week if I get the chance and feel like it. Um, let's see. Recently, I played a whole bunch of different things. Honestly, my last stream I did, which unfortunately was a couple weeks ago. Oof. Last stream I played like Ocarina of Time for the 3DS. Other than that, I played a bunch of Starfield because it's honestly kind of fun. But otherwise, like good old stuff like Minecraft and things, I have not played any recent Pokemon games. The last Pokemon game I got into was. Oh no, I played Legends Arceus. I was about to say the last Pokemon game I got into was like Moon, but no, I played Legends and that was really cool. I need to I need to try more uh like definite multiplayer friendly games like Fall Guys and stuff cuz like yeah, if I'm going to be able to play with anybody, I need to have more things to play with people. Favorite Pokemon. Favorite Pokemon. That's a real tough one. Uh honestly, my favorite Pokemon might have to be uh huh. Well, my most recent favorite Pokemon I can really think of has been something like when I played Heart Gold and Soul Silver and got really attached to my starter Totodile. I mean, honestly, Totodile is adorable anyway. Well, then, isn't the whole point of Fall Guys anyway, uh, like just as a rule that you're not good at it? Like, isn't that how it's supposed to work? Because you're just sort of, yeah, they're the little guys just running around and a lot of bopping into things and getting knocked around. Hmm. Hmm. I recently, well, when it came out, I started playing Power World some, and honestly, it's really good. I really like it. But I just past couple weeks, I've just not been in. I've just been weirdly not in much of a gaming mood, so it just makes it like more difficult when trying to figure out what am I gonna like stream or do. It's hard to stream when you don't feel like streaming, unfortunately. Suggestions. Well, uh, like I was just saying, Powered's actually pretty surprisingly fun. Did you ever have you ever played Ark, that dinosaur crafty survival game? Because I liked Ark some, but it's always hard for me to get into. I just can't. There's something about there's something about the difficulty in how you do stuff in Ark that just doesn't really do it for me. But Power World uh, is a lot better because Power World's a lot like uh, Pokemon Legends Arceus, honestly. Uh, oh, story games. Once I get like a better schedule and like can really consistently stream a lot, I really want to go through all the Yakuza games. I've played a couple of them, and I really like them. They're what are the Yakuza games? They're action. Well, like most of them are like beat 'em ups, like combos fighting. but it's like open world ish, some RPG elements, and like, and then, well, yeah. Anyway, and there's some good story. I really liked it. Oh, thank you very much. Um, and I know the most recent Yakuza games that I kind of want to try have been like weird, like turn-based RPG style too. So that's kind of neat. Let's see, what are some of my recent games that I've been playing? Because I know I listed a couple. Uh, is there a way I can quickly? Because just sitting here staring at some random little blocky ships isn't the most exciting. If I just go to my library in Steam, go to home, recent games, Space Engineers, Starfield. Oh, Picross! I love Picross games. That is definitely on my list of things to do. I need to definitely do some overlays, some graphics. I need to. I don't care for social media much, but I need to make some social media uh, accounts to be able to like just like tweet out, "Hey, this is when I'm streaming" or whatever. Like, yeah, branding and all that is definitely things that are I need to like get myself to do. Especially even if it's not like super fancy stuff, just some more integration with things. Like, yeah, I need to like integrate, even if it's super basic, some like Streamlabs stuff to like when someone follows or something, it, like go and like say something or whatever. Sure, you'll have to DM it to me because I've turned on something that does not allow links, and I can't figure out how to like do the moderation myself to look at the links. So I need to like figure that out again. But yeah, if you like puzzle games, because I was just glancing through my list, Picross games. I love Picross games. They're fun. They're picture crossword puzzles you fill in. I mean, you can just whisper your link to me if it's easier. But words. I have to figure out how to do things. There's you. Not timeout, not ban, not delete, not copy. Can I not just. Oh, there's a way to do this. Whisper. Dupe. I'm like, I know the options here somewhere. And of course, guess what I don't remember off the top of my head? Doop 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 loo. Da 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 da. How do. I'm so silly. I'm sitting here trying to figure out why can I not see in Discord what my thing is because I'm trying to do it from the PC, which is weird because I'm using my phone. Yeah, here we go. That'll work. Do do do. And now it's gone quiet. Because I am... Let's try that. Okay. Anyway, words, things, stuff. Hello, everybody. As I'm flying around aimless. Which I don't know why I'm getting so flustered about being aimless. That's kind of what this whole stream has been. It's just, I'm gonna do whatever. Man, I'm just flustered because I was trying to do some new drilling things, and the settings I have in this world are different from what... excuse me. Are different from what they are standard, so stuff's not working like I planned. And I know I planned on playing this for a little bit and then maybe switching to something else. Maybe I need to switch to something else. I don't know. Yeah, I'll look at that sometime. Definitely. How far do cameras see? I don't remember. Like, that thing that's 10 kilometers away. Can I even see that far? View. Kinda. There's a rock in the way. Nope. Nothing's, as I, like, physically get closer to the screen. Yeah, I'll definitely look at it sometime after I'm done streaming and let you know. As I, again, just start flying in circles. Speaking of story games, maybe I should switch back over to Soul Reaver. That'll be quite the gear change, won't it? Yeah. How was I digging this out? Was it using this? No, I think I was using actual drills. Yeah, using the voxel tools are weird and I never know how to use this. I wonder. Let's go a little crazy, why not? I mean, yeah, I'd say I'm into music, but at the same time, it's not like I don't know, I'm trying to think of words like Because part of me wants to be like, well, of course, who doesn't like music? Because that it seems like an obvious thing, but at the same time, it's like, well, I know I'm not like into it like some people are into stuff. Some people get real heavy into things, and I don't know. It's a good question. My streams have varied considerably. I think. Let's see. Since I still have some stuff up, like I've had my very first stream was 5.5 hours. Then I had a stream that apparently it was only 30 minutes somehow. Wonder what happened. There's 2.5 hours, hour, 2 hours, half hour. Oh, some of these are might be because it was in two parts, like game crash, because that's Starfield. Hour, something, almost 2.5 hours to go completely through Turnip Boy. There's 3.5 hours on Minecraft, 2 hours on Minecraft, 2.5 hours on Minecraft, another hour on Minecraft, 8 hours on Minecraft, 6.5 hours on Minecraft, 5.5 hours on Minecraft, 5 hours in Starfield, hour and change in Power World, 2 hours Power World, 2.5 hours Ocarina of Time. So it varies a bunch. Well, I have streamed for 3 hours today, and I don't know, kind of like I said, I was thinking of even changing games. I might keep going for a little while. Why does this keep resetting its orientation? Alright, I don't remember if these damage blocks when they go or not. Okay, so if I do this, since we're just being a little crazy here. Yeah, like my stream length really varies on like mood and when I get the opportunity. Because sometimes some of those streams that are short are because it's late at night and I don't have anything to do for a little bit before I go to bed, and then I'll stream a little. Again, provided that I actually get like in the mood to do it. Okay, so if I do this, override the gyroscope, so now it should stay flat and level, even though it's got like 20 different drills on it. This I should have noticed, or not noticed, anticipated. Alright, goodbye. Goodbye, drilling platform. It still chatters, but obviously that's what I should have done to start with. Whoops. That'll buff out, right? No, notice. Okay. Really? Why will you not just... I'd like you to be centered. It's fine. Let's just go. Boop. Boop. There, is that where it needs to be? Yeah. Makes sense though that even though I like... Boy! I didn't realize those would still be on. But it's not moving. So that's good. So I guess... Let's just say, why not? And go. Ooh, coffee. That's a good idea. Now I am considering coffee. Yeah. Alright, which number are you? Oh, I turned on all the drills, not the... Silly. Number 4. Thank you. And also, you, for whenever you get back into streaming, good luck on all your streams. 4. Okay, so I guess this is exactly what I was expecting. Or even though this is like perfectly sized, it's like, well, too tight. Maybe it's because it chewed up those. Then now it's stuck. Of course, this is me just messing around, not doing anything important, so. I don't know if anybody's ever truly lazy. I'm sure there may be things that are holding you back, but I don't know if I've ever truly met someone who's actually lazy. Has this gotten tilted? Probably. Alright, drills. Shirt. Full on caps, because why not? Oh, hello, Olivia. Thanks for the follow. You know what? Why not? Let's see. Let's go and exit. Save whatever this is. It's so funny. I've got chat open on my phone and on the computer. And Olivia, your name is in blue on the computer and red on the phone for some reason. Weird. Okay, black screen of death, because I have not, like, even set up. I need to set up a thing to do. I think these are all the settings I want. Well, OBS, are you seeing this? Alright, capture specific window. Still not seeing anything in stream. Well, that's lovely. Luckily, I have contingency. Oh. Can I just start a new game without?
I know you, Raziel. You are worthy.
What madness is this?
Okay.
What
Just
pitiful form is this that I have come to inhabit?
And it is loud.
Death would be a release next to this travesty.
You did not survive the abyss, Raziel. I have only spared you from total dissolution.
I would choose oblivion over this existence.
The choice is not yours.
I am destroyed.
You are reborn. The birth of one of Cain's abominations traps the essence of life. It is this soul that animates the corpse you lived in. And that, Raziel, is the demise of Nosgoth. There is no balance. The souls of the dead remain trapped. I cannot spin them in the wheel of fate. They cannot complete their destinies. Redeem yourself. Or if you prefer, avenge yourself. Settle your dispute with Cain. Destroy him and your breath.
Okay, everybody, calm down. Let's turn all the things down. Okay. I could have done that here. All right. The question being, well, if I were to stop the stream, restart it, then I'd lose anybody who's watching it. Twitch should automatically do the chapters, I think. Let's see. If I click anything, it'll go away, and that's just a new game. We'll watch the
Cain is deified.
low quality
Clans tell tales of him. Few know
cutscene.
the truth. He was mortal
You
once.
can find it on YouTube
As will we
in
all.
4K though.
However, his contempt for humanity drove him to create me and my brethren.
Thank you, Ava, for the follow.
I am Raziel, firstborn of his lieutenants. I stood with Cain and my brethren at the dawn of the Empire. I have served him a millennium. Over time, we became less human and more divine. Cain would enter the state of change and emerge with a new gift. Some years after the Master, our evolution would follow. Until I have
So,
the
did this
honor
update
of
right?
surpassing my lord.
It did, just not shown on the computer. How loud is this still? I seem quiet.
For my transgression, I earned a new kind of reward. Agony.
Yeah, I've seen a HD version of this that was upscaled by AI or something.
There was only one possible outcome. My eternal damnation. I, Raziel, was to suffer the fate of traitors and weaklings, to burn forever in the bowels of the Lake of the Dead. Cast him in.
I'm sorry I'm being quiet, I'm just kind of watching this too. That's like a biblical painting.
Tumbling, burning with white-hot fire, I plunged into the depths of the abyss. Unspeakable pain, relentless agony. Time ceased to exist. Only this torture and a deepening hatred of the hypocrisy that damned me to this hell. An eternity passed, and my torment receded, bringing me back from the precipice of madness. The descent had destroyed me, and yet I lived.
Yeah, I think is there echoes of this coming into my headphones? No, I don't think so.
I know you, Raziel. You are worthy.
What madness is this? What pitiful form is this that I have come to inhabit?
Oh yeah, I think getting the echo now.
Death would be a release next to this travesty.
You did not survive the abyss, Raziel. I have only spared you from total dissolution.
I would choose oblivion over this existence.
The choice is not yours.
I am destroyed.
You are reborn.
Raziel's
The birth of one of Cain's abominations traps the essence of life.
melodramatic here, I think.
That animates the
Oh, it's still so loud.
And that, Raziel, is the demise of Nosgoth. There is no balance. The souls of the dead remain trapped. I cannot spin them the wheel of fate. They cannot.
Okay, yeah. They're trapped in the wheel of fate. I know I skipped this again. So if anybody's really wanting the story, I'm so sorry. Is that better? It is still quite loud. What I was doing. Hold on. Wait. Let's turn that off for a second. Volume mixer, where'd you go? This is why I turned off the game capture, because where did this go? I don't need to be flipping through all my screens. turning this thing itself down about halfway. Okay, display back up. This thing back up. Boy, if I really wanted... So, I tried to get to do the individual thing, it didn't work, right? Yeah, let's try again. I'm going to turn this part off. Really quit. Really quit. Back into Steam. Hit play. Let's run windowed. Let's try 60 FPS. See if this breaks anything. Alright, game capture. Still not working, right? Weird. Okay. I've had so many interesting...
Cain is deified.
Really?
The clans tell tales of him. Few know.
Few know the truth. Yeah. This is the... Okay. I know, you can see like the million things I've opened. Put that over here. Oh,
I know you, Raziel. You are worthy.
Look at him go.
What madness is this? What pitiful form is this that I have come to inhabit? Death would be a release next to this travesty.
Oh, because that reset. I'm like, why is it so loud? Even though I turned it all down. Okay. No way. Look at it. It's still yellow. Oh, I think the music is just particularly loud. Alright, hold on. Ugh. Okay, so I said this is my first. All the thing says, hopefully says. Yeah, okay. How did... Okay, so I played this a little bit originally on the PlayStation. Sorry. Oh, look at that! I didn't know you had a little idle animation. So you couldn't do right stick for cameras, and this is a weird sort of workaround that whatever this mod uses.
These
it's
gates
gonna take
twist
some getting used to.
space, laying a path across great spans.
Okay, and if I need to change options, if I use the mouse, it does that. If I pause and come over here, Oh, look at that. It gave me control, but now it's silent. Okay. Back over here then. So yeah, getting used to the controls is going to be tough. Oh yeah, I labeled this as my first true playthrough. Instead of blind playthrough, because it's not truly blind. I've played through a lot of this game on the PlayStation, but that was like, when did this come out? 1998? I have siblings younger than this game.
You are weak. You must feed.
The old hunger has left me. I have no desire for blood.
You are changed. Your bloodthirst is replaced by a deeper need. You have become a devourer of souls. To sustain your strength, you must hunt the lost spirits of the underworld and consume the souls of your enemies.
Hold 3 to feed. What is it? Circle? Circle. I say circle even though I'm not using a PlayStation controller. I mean, so I started playing this with my Retroid Pocket. So basically as if it's on the original PlayStation.
Your wings, though ruined, are not without purpose.
And this looks so much better and can be so
and it
smooth.
will carry you across this chasm.
The right stick camera thing is both great because I have control over it. Oop. Oh. And terrible in the sense of I can't quite get the hang of it. But so I played through past the first
What
boss.
scabrous wretches are these?
Both on PC here like this.
Sure,
And on the
scavengers
PlayStation
of the
version of my
underworld.
Metroid.
Their feral hunger has claimed.
Boy, this is so... How did I get so quiet? Am I just being quiet by, like, out of habit? How do I lock on? I've already forgotten. Like, I think the problem is you end up too high camera too much. And this game was meant to be played at, like, dead level. And you're supposed to... Actually, yeah, how you... It took away the actual, like... I swear it's like triangle in the normal game. To, like, look around like old school PlayStation games. Well, that's kind of annoying that it's gone. It wasn't super useful, but... Oh yeah, it just leads under there.
These portals are your conduit between the spectrum.
But yeah, so I actually got far enough to beat the first boss both times I played this, but I figured people might want to play it from the beginning.
In the physical world. This is taxing, however. Your strength must first be fully restored. You require no conduit to return to this plane.
Oh, part of me is like, this is so quiet now, but then I'm still so quiet, so like... I've got to figure out... Which one are you? It's not circle, it's not triangle. Is it supposed to be select? It's supposed to be select. And square to cast? Okay, maybe the 60 FPS was a mistake.
If you fail to feed or absorb too many wounds, this fragile matter will dissolve.
Cause like it just sort of reverb. Oh no, that's about right. I think in the original PlayStation version, it like I remember there being stutter and slowness in the frame rate, you know?
You are young yet, Raziel. You still retain
And when I
many
emulate
very
this,
weaknesses.
you have to
Immersion in
do some
water
things to
while
work on
not
that
brutal
because when
will
there's
dissolve
transparency,
your
it
physical
stutters and
body,
slows a lot.
forcing your return to the spirit
But I remember
world.
the
Be
transitions
aware
at
that
least,
in the
like
spectral
that,
realm,
being
water has neither heft nor lift. It stands as thin as air.
I remember those transitions being slow, and that may have been limitations of hardware.
What are these creatures?
Do you not recognize them? They are the children of your brother, Duma.
That's impossible. These foul, scuttling beasts could not be kin of our high blood.
Do you suppose that time stood still for you, Raziel? Much has changed since you passed from the world of men.
I knew my opponent's weaknesses, having suffered them myself. Physical wounds are fleeting. Vampire's immortal flesh begins to close as soon as it is cleaved. Vampires need only fear those wounds that impale or inflame. Water scorches like acid, and fledglings are devastated by sunlight's touch. I have to modify my tactics to suit my foes.
Nope. Grapple. And you just sort of hope that it goes the right place.
A creature's soul fades swiftly into the spectral realm. Draw it in quickly, Raziel, or you will be compelled to follow.
Oh no, he's coming for me. There we go. And now, oh, this camera. Better than the original, but still lame. So, when you consume their souls, they,
Your physical prowess surpasses
the
what you
bodies
know
will
in
disintegrate.
life. Even massive obstacles can be moved effortlessly.
If you don't consume the souls, they'll come back. But depending on what you use to dispatch them, they won't reanimate until, like, if you use a, oh, okay, like if you, well, I'll be there in a second.
My God! The sanctuary of the clans reduced to ruin. Beyond these walls lay the pillars of Nosgoth, the seat of Kain's empire. How humble it now appeared, collapsing into the dust of its former magnificence. And yet, I had only just emerged. In the instant between my execution and resurrection, centuries had apparently passed.
Yeah, but you knew this, Raziel.
This world is wrecked with cataclysms. The earth strains to shrug off the pestilence of Kain's parasitic empire. The fate of this world was preordained in an instant by a solitary man. Unwilling to martyr himself to restore Nosgoth's balance, Kain condemned the world to the decay you see. In that moment, the unraveling began. Now it is nearly played out. Nosgoth teeters on the brink of collapse. Its fragile balance cannot hold.
Yeah, Raziel, like, sort of already knew that long had passed, but apparently not. Physics. But see, like, so if I didn't consume this one's soul, it would stay there impaled. And then as soon as I pick this back up, he would have reanimated. Apparently this mod that I got to make this work better. Hold with 6. No, that's that. I should be able to sneak just with the analog stick, I think. And even though I just started this, I may need to... Oh yeah, see? 80 out of 50. Even though we just started. That's because I played a little before. But I've still not, like, gone through the whole game. I've only gone through, like, the beginning. This way. Activate the thingy. Yeah, I wish there was a way I could change the camera, maybe even to the original on the fly. Even with the music set to 1. Oh, I'm just gonna have to... Oh, how do I exit? Like, it's good music. It's more or less. What is it? Ozar Mirdashim? It's that one song, just like on repeat almost. But now it's silent. Now it's too quiet. That's where I need royalty-free music, I think. Guess I'll turn that back on even though it's kind of loud. I noticed that some of the sound effects, like the birds and things, were baked into the soundtrack.
This, at least, had remained constant. The endlessly swirling vortex of the abyss, my tomb, and the womb of my rebirth.
The writing of this is
Though much of Nosgoth's landscape
something.
had changed, these cliffs gave me my bearings. My clan territory was to the west. I was anxious to see how my descendants had fared during the centuries of my absence.
If I jump in there, specifically, that'll take me all the way back to the Elder God, where I started. Oh, yep, now the song has started. These not so cleverly designed loading areas. You can tell some of the camera, like when it did that pan through of stuff, how fast that was. Is there fire somewhere? that other soul's already left. Okay. So now you get to see. Give. Camera, why do you default to such a high angle?
Utter desolation. My once proud kin wiped from this world like excrement from a boot. I knew the hand that wrought this deed.
That like excrement from a boot line. I've heard that so many times. Okay, let's see if I can do this quickly enough. Or, since you're stunned, get that. Now pick you up. I just hit. It's kind of both nice and annoying that the throw isn't exactly aimed. I mean, you aim it laterally, but distance, it doesn't matter. If the game knows there's something to throw to nearby, it gets it. But it's if you're not perfect centered left or right, it sometimes doesn't work. Because like, as you saw, it threw directly to that fire real close. But you can be surprisingly far away from some other things and it'll get you to it. So other times you think you got it and it's like, nope. Yeah, these doors. Annoying artifact of memory limits, and then they don't want you to be able to go certain directions once you're in the spirit realm either. Because like, if you're in the spirit, the material, spiritual plane, that's what it's called. This is the material plane, that's the spiritual plane. You can't go through those doors because they're solid. Oh, the fog. You know, that's completely black. And it's like, oh, that's right. With the PlayStation, it's the view distance. It's horrible. Now, see, this door, I could probably go through once you get the power from the first boss. He lets you pass through grates and things. There's so many of these stabs around. Okay, now, is this thing... And maybe it's later in the game. But like, look, roundy thing, we're pointed towards that one. There's one there. There's one there. And, oh yeah, and one there. So like, later in the game maybe? Or maybe it's a thing that was planned was scrapped. Do you point that where you need it to open? And it would open the thing. Oh, this camera. I'm sorry for anybody who has to watch this. I don't know why I'm bothering to do that. That's how I get back.
No! Please!
Strangely low polyhuman.
These flayed racks of flesh. Their scent was vampiric. They gnawed upon their victim's carcass like dogs.
How am I so low in health? It's the rain. Yeah, see, I think this is another door or something that you can phase through later. No, go away.
This charnel house bore the unmistakable marks of Melchiah's clan. To what depths had our dynasty plummeted if these ghouls were the descendants of my high-born brother? Were they so debased as to recruit fledglings from the desiccated corpses here interred?
Hopefully, that human down there, I didn't mess up, because if you don't attack him, then all the rest of the humans in the game won't attack you. I don't remember this block, which is funny because I should, because it's just here in the beginning. Like, look how badly this depth of field is that it like. Where do I need to go? Just over there? Yeah, good enough. Right? Or not. Oh, this camera. I've done this like 3 times.
My brother Melchiah was made last, and therefore received the poorest portion of Cain's gift. Although immortal, his soul could not sustain the flesh, which retained much of its previous human frailty. This weakness, it seemed, was passed on to his offspring. Their fragile skins barely contained the underlying decay.
With this camera, this may not be the game to stream, unfortunately. You guys are weak, right? Yeah, you won't come over here. Oh, good. Even though you just passed through. What time is it? It is almost 6. I probably should stop anyway. Good enough place, checkpoint, so to speak. How does this work? Save. Let's just overwrite the first one. Alright. Yeah, let's call it a quits for now. Oh, I need to get up, move, get food. Check on people. Alright. I guess this is where I'll call it quits for now. Hopefully I can stream more often than... What? I hadn't streamed all this month so far. Gross. I wasn't filling with a bottle cap. I don't know what you're talking about. Totally didn't just drop it on the ground either. Alright. Love you all. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And once you're done taking care of yourselves and each other, maybe head on over to my YouTube. Follow, subscribe, whatever the things are. Little bell, all the YouTubey stuff. And of course, if you haven't, drop me a follow here. I would ask for subs, but I don't believe I can do that yet. And if you feel especially generous, I have a donation link in my bio here, or whatever. It's somewhere. But definitely only donate if you've got the money to spare. Don't make sure you take care of yourself first before you try to take care of me. Anyway, love y'all. See you later.